I want to go back to Attrabilious because you actually focus on bereavement, like cocktail type of experience. How did that come about in terms of like this creation of this bereavement type of cocktail? I mean, I'm not saying it correctly, but you can go more into detail. But where did that even come from?
Cocktail bereavement coordination.
There you
Um,
go.
yeah. Um, I feel like I actually have the words itself, which can be, you know, helpful sometimes. But basically, what it is it's a way for people who are dealing with grief to uh, to have some relief,
Right.
but not have the negative effects of alcohol,
Hmm.
which is what people fall into when they are dealing with grief or the loss of a loved one. So the quote is rather than getting drunk and having the effects that you would get from being intoxicated, you can forget everything that you feel and move on. After a few sessions, you'll feel major effects kicking in. And that is a quote from Dr. Raphael Clearwater, Evangelicite, the man himself. Shout out to you. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, so that kind of, I actually typically start my movies with character names and their professions. I
Right.
don't even think of who they are. Most of the time I don't even start with the I don't know, like the plot, even the structure, because if characters are the base of like most of the stories that I like to tell, even if there is like a clear story that's going on, uh but yeah, so I was really just thinking of professions that were wild and kind of haven't come up before. And so I was like, okay, a bartender, I like that idea. There could be some cool visuals of someone at a bar. And then I kept building on that. And with every story I write, I also incorporate grief because it's
Mm.
something that we all went with and something that was very fresh during the pandemic, with the whole cast and crew of, all the movies I was working on. And so yeah, so in incorporating that in just kind of led me to that idea. And so it was like, you have the very human instincts, but you also have this absurdity that can kind of allow for comedy and magical realism while also being grounded, and supported by the story.
I love it. I love it. And it's so cool. Like when you all get a chance to actually see the trailer of Atrabilious, you can see them actually mixing the drinks. And it's very cool looking. Like it just everything looks so magical. So it's very interesting. I'm so excited for when it actually is going to. Oh, go ahead. Go. Yes.
I was just gonna say shout out to Adam Piacente,
Yes.
who's the mixology coordinator, and I actually put that in the opening credits as a joke because you don't know it's about that yet. So it
Right.
says mixology coordinator, while Leon Addison Brown. I mean, give me a break.
Right.
He's gonna be the common thread in all my movies, but he's just the best. He was in 40 Winks and stars in Atrabilious, but it's him playing chess, and then it says mixology coordination and stunt coordination. You're like, what is going to happen? What is
Right.
this? It's like a hint towards what's coming. Uh,
Right.
but yeah,
So amazing.